ladies, Nat Carter, personal trainer and fitness expert from NatalieCarterTalksFitness.com, and I've got a question for you. What are your stress levels like at the moment? And are you finding that your pants are getting tighter even though you've set about on what you perceive to be a really great health and fitness regime? I'm going to tell you right now, it is not uncommon for women to actually find that they're putting on weight, their pants are getting tighter after they've embarked on a health and fitness regime. The main reason for this is stress, and stress is all around us. So I wanted to kind of address this and, keep it as brief as I possibly can to give you just a few common reasons and how you can start to tackle this so you can actually get some really great results and lower your stress levels at the same time. So, we're women of the world. We work probably more than anyone ever has. We still having children, etc. We've got a lot of pressure from the media, etc., social media as well, to look amazing and to feel good. And we've got so many people now that we can compare against. So we don't just have our neighbors. We've got like thousands and billions and trillions of other women who we're comparing ourselves to every single day, and it's kind of not helping us, it's sending us the other way. So the main things I'm going to look at is how stress is going to affect your body and what are some of the outcomes that are going to happen. So we have this thing, where we need to assess our perceived level of stress correctly. Now, what I mean by that is a lot of us have stress, everything's stressful. Oh my God, going to the shops, that's stressful. Cooking dinner, stressful. None of those situations need to be stressful. It is not things that are really stressful. Not having a house to live in, not having water, not having food, our child dying, our partner dying, ourselves being incredibly sick, etc., etc. We really need to get out of this habit of thinking our whole world is so super stressful all the time, because what that does to our body is our body just gets more and more stressed and it really thrives on it. It's kind of like those people that that are drama. I say that as I'm trying to be as dramatic as possible, but those people who have drama-filled lives and there's something always going on and there's another thing and another thing and another thing, and half the time you think, lady, if only you could get in my shoes and feel like what my life's like. So we're all a bit stressed, but it's really important to understand the real causes of stress. So back in the Paleolithic era, when we were under constant threat from say to tigers, etc., having to run for our lives, what happens is our body still has that inbuilt in us, and what happens is if we keep thinking that, oh my God, because the sale that I missed, this was really stressful, I missed out on getting that handbag. If we keep doing this to ourselves, we're going to end up as emotional wrecks. So it's really important to try to lower that level of perceived stress, and just like really to every day be grateful for what you have as opposed to all the things you don't have. So that's one area. Another important thing is sleep. This is like a real no-brainer kind of thing, but we need sleep, and we need good quality sleep. We're trying to aim for about 8-ish hours a day. We all need different levels of sleep, and we can all thrive on or survive, I should say, on different levels, different hours. But it's really key to get good quality sleep. So trying to sleep between the hours of 10 p.m. and 6 p.m. I know that's hard if you have children, and I think you've got to speak to other experts as well. You've just got to understand that if your children are 0 to 5, you're probably going to have quite broken sleep for 5 years. Sorry. Some kids are amazing and they sleep, but not everyone does. So, nana napping and things like that, that's going to help. Making sure that you switch off devices within about an hour before sleeping. You can use essential oils like lavender. That's really great. Having a nice bath. All those things to just relax you down a little bit before you go to sleep, so you are sleeping better. And like I mentioned, that the nana napping or catching up on sleep, do that as often as possible. Do not feel guilty about doing it. You've just got to get it in. Another really important thing to focus on is your hormones. Now, that is not something that you're really going to be able to tackle by yourself. You're going to need the help of a women's health doctor, or you're going to need to see a naturopath. But understanding that painful clotty periods and things like, feeling like a bitch all the time and angry and cranky and biting your partner's head off or just other people's head off, it's not normal. And understanding that you shouldn't be dealing with any kind of pain associated with your periods, etc. So that's something that you've got to work with a expert, and they'll be able to kind of see where your hormones are at, because hormonal balance is the key. So we're really aiming to make sure estrogen, progesterone, etc. in our body is at the optimal level. So that's something that you need outside help with. Really easy. It's like mouth swabs. You can send them away. You don't necessarily have to go to someone. You can do it online. And I would just definitely recommend Googling in in your area, or getting recommendations from other women who've helped, who have been helped. Our diet and nutrition, again, this is hopefully a bit of a no-brainer, but it's really important to understand the liver is like our, the thing that kind of has to process everything. If the liver's processing excess sugar, alcohol, God, love it. What else? Chemicals as well. So like things in our skincare and our makeup and things like that. It's a lot of work that has to be done all the time with the liver. And if we don't give it a break, what it does is it just spits all the crap back in and out. It kind of gets recycled through our body. And you don't want that. You want a nice, healthy, effective working liver. So making sure that we're having as little sugar in our diet as possible. We simply don't need it. You can stick to your whole foods and your fruit. That is a better thing. Yes, there are times when you crave a bit of chocolate, but go for the better option. So go for some dark chocolate. Do not eat a whole block of chocolate. Hopefully, with you managing your stress better, you will not be turning around emotionally eating all the time, because we've got to kind of get to the bottom of our emotional problems too. That's probably another really important thing. Caffeine tends to be a big, I think caffeine and alcohol are the big ones. I mean, for me personally, that was my biggest one, the caffeine and the alcohol. I regularly take breaks from alcohol, although my Instagram account might say different. No, but I do. And it's just, for me, I just set myself a limit to kind of know that, look, if I go over a bottle of wine on a weekly basis, it's too much. We really need to just get into that habit of aiming to decrease our alcohol, especially in social situations, because if you're going to be constantly hanging out with your friends all the time, you've got to learn other ways to be able to socially interact without always having to need to drink. So going for the bubbly water, and just really being quite conscious of not drinking excessively. The guidelines are they're actually quite low compared to what a lot of us will drink. Standard drinks, for example, are like 100 to 150 mils, and we easily go over that. I mean, you're not supposed to have more than kind of 2-3 a day. Some people have 12 a day. So, really getting control of your alcohol. The caffeine is another really big one too. And I know that a lot of you are like, don't take my caffeine away from me, but we don't need it. It puts a lot of stress on our body. I say that as a reformed caffeineaholic. I was having heaps. I've now gone into the decaf route. I do it in a Swiss water method. Decaf, so there's no chemicals, because I'm not going to do all this work and then put more chemicals in my body. So I would strongly recommend that you just have a break. Yes, having a couple of coffees a week, that's fine. But if you're building up this reliance and tolerance, understand it's not a good thing. So other liver loaders, we talked about the chemicals, and really going chemical free with your skincare and your, body care, because your skin just drinks it all in, goes straight into your bloodstream, and then it adds to chemicals in your body. That's another really good one to start addressing. Do not think that buying chemical free products means you're going to have you know, not a good quality product. It's amazing. That's the thing. I put quite natural things on my face now. I'm still working through my makeup bag, etc. But it can happen slowly. I'm not going to, you know, I have spent hundreds and hundreds of dollars on my previous chemical laden products, and now I'm spending way less on face stuff just in general. So I think that's a really big one. Exercise selection, you know, it's not always about trying to do 1,000 things and really increasing your hours and hours of exercise. Sometimes it's the complete opposite. And, you know, finding yourself perhaps trying more breathing, meditative, yoga-based kind of exercises are going to really benefit you. This running constantly, hours and hours of it in a week, not good. And look, when I say not good, I don't want to, I understand there's people out there who they love running. If you feel that nourishes your body and you feel really amazing, then do it. And yes, keep it going. But if you're finding quite stressed and bogged down by it and I don't want to go for a run and I can't even think about putting my shoes on anymore, that's not a good thing. That's not a good space to be in. So understand that your exercise selection should involve weight training, definitely should involve some cardiovascular stuff. If it's a walk, you know, walk in the bush, and that's me, I'm all about hiking. I live near a national park and I just really love to spend time in nature because I feel that it kind of replenishes me. And, you know, take time out in your day to do some breathing exercises. It's simply breathing in, breathing out. Sometimes that feels really good. Like, do 5 breaths, etc. 5, and you feel amazing. You just like, oh, okay, I'm kind of back in the world now. If you can add those throughout your day when you're feeling a bit stressed, you're hopefully going to be less likely to go and reach for the Kit Kat or the, you know, the flat white, if you can just better manage your stress levels. So we've briefly chatted about chemicals, and mainly on your skin, but also understand if you're using like a lot of plastics and stuff like that, heating it up in the microwave, that can be adding to your chemical load on your body too. So yeah, there are a few, you know, we've touched on about 6 or 7 things that are adding to our stress levels, and I think if we, rather than try to tackle them all at once, maybe just doing something on a weekly basis, even fortnightly, to try to just get a better grasp on our stress. So, you know, if you want to think about for the next fortnight, you're really going to be quite conscious of how you're sleeping. Then the next couple of fortnights, you're going to be really onto your nutrition, and you're going to make sure that you have lots of whole foods and less sugar, and you're going to perhaps try to decrease those liver loaders in your body, doing a bit of a mini kind of detox. Nothing that needs to be expensive or, you know, like these juice detoxes, they cost so much money and it's kind of ridiculous. You just need to stay away from the excessive alcohol, the excessive sugar, the caffeine, and they're really easy ways to decrease your load on the liver. So I hope this has been beneficial. It certainly has been a really great journey for me as well, looking into stress. And like I said, I could talk about stress and how it affects us, especially as women, because I think it's really important. Understand that all of those factors can lead to really great success if we tackle them, or they can leave us in this state of like, oh my God, what's happening? Why isn't this working for us? And then lead to more stress. We've really got to take control of our stress. So feel free to share this video, comment below, tag a friend, whatever. And we will see you real soon.